Hi guys, welcome back to another video where today we're unboxing and reviewing 3 models from the brand Ministations. But as always, before we jump in, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe if you are new, as it really does help the channel out. And also go down to the description and check out the Facebook page, as that way you can purchase and stay up to date with any models that do get released. But with that being said, let's jump straight into this Ministations unboxing video. Which brings us nicely onto the first model of the video, which is this Volkswagen T1 Type 1 transporter, which as you can see does come in the nice standard Ministations packaging, which is nice and sturdy and protects the acrylic case as always. And you will also see that all of these cars do come in the monster livery or the Ken Block style livery. As you can see, this one has the number 43 and that proper original Ken Block style livery, the same as his Mustang as well. And I personally think these are very cool, as obviously they are a homage to the late great Ken Block himself, and like I say, I think they are very cool pieces to actually have. Now here you can see the Hoonigan decals, the monsters, the Toyo tires. I think they've got this very well done. I would have liked to see the decals placed in a little bit of better areas, like the monster decals for example. Not really as such on this model, but on other models you will see for sure. But you can also see kind of where the decals are applied, especially on the matte finish compared to the glossy decal. But nonetheless, this model is really cool. You can see obviously the decals that are super readable, and even the small ones, and you can even see those little panels on the side which are extended or open, which I think is a really cool little feature. But again, the depth on the model is really good, and overall I would recommend this. There's nothing crazy going on from this model in the sense of opening parts or detailed engines. It's just a nice, simple, solid model with overall a good production. Like I say, there is some few things that could be improved. The decal placement, for example, like on the roof, like I say, and also a slight bit of paint application. It does look like it has been rushed a little bit. But overall, I think the model is definitely worth it. And that now brings us on to the second model, which is this RWB, also in the monster livery. Now, I was super excited to check out the T1, as obviously it had the proper Ken Block style livery, but I was super excited to check this Porsche out as well, as it looks really cool, and I'd not seen a Ministations RWB yet, so I was super excited to check it out to see what it compares to other brands. But again, the same sort of issue with the T1 with the decal placement. As you can see, the application for the monster decal isn't really in the best place, and also you can see where it has been applied just because the style of the paint finish. The gloss decal on the matte satin finish really doesn't go well, and unfortunately creates that sort of issue. But the actual model itself is really well done, and the decals, although the placement is a little bit off, you can see and you can read them super clearly. And obviously the placement on some of the other ones, like the Hoonigan on the back, could be a little bit centered, a little bit better, but again, it's not the end of the world. These models are really cool, and they're also hand decaled, which is something that if you do actually take the time to notice, it's something that you will realise little things will happen with little defects, as nothing is going to be perfect, especially being handmade. I would have liked to seen a little bit more depth in the rear of the model with the tail light, as it is just a solid strip going across, but nevertheless it does look quite cool, and it suits the overall detail of the model. And to completely finish the model off, you've even got the green around the headlights to match the monster logo, which is just a nice cool little detail. But that now brings us on to the third and final model of the video, which is this RWB Volkswagen Beetle. Now this model I was super excited to check out, because I've not actually checked out very many Beetles, and especially an RWB Beetle at that. So I was super excited to check it out and see what level of detail Ministations have done, which you will see this is probably the most detailed model out of the lot. It's got some really nice carbon canards on the rear, which the carbon effect is really well done. Obviously again, just like the others, the decals are super clear to read. Unfortunately, the gloss decal on the matte satin finish, again, same sort of issue, but it's not really the end of the world. You can also see there is a nice level of detail on the wheels. The back wheels do spin, but the front wheels do get a bit stuck. Now, there is also brake discs behind them, which you can see on the underneath, with a nice detailed engine or exhaust system on the rear, which I thought was a nice cool little touch, as obviously you can't really see it too much, but it's always there. You can also see on the front they've got that really small tow hook, which again is very delicate, so do be careful with that, as they do come off very easily. And very similar to the Porsche, or the exact same as the Porsche, the headlights do have that green trim around them. You can see the car is really small, and it's very nicely proportioned as well compared to the rest of the models. You can see that RWB plate on the side on the front, which again, nice and small, nicely detailed, and the carbon effect continues around the whole canards of the model, and the mirrors as well, which again is really nice, as like I say, the carbon effect is a really nice effect. You can see the monster decal on the door has been cut off a little bit, so I would say it could be a little bit smaller, and the monster decal on the back is going over some of the body lines. Again, not the neatest, could be a little bit better, but overall this model is very good, and so are all three, which you can see proportionally are all very nicely done, and the overall finish is really good as well. Like I say, there's a few things with the decals, but the level of detail on the model like the Beetle is really cool, and it definitely surprised me. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I am going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to smash that like button and comment any new models you would like to see. But with that being said, I'll see you all next time.